Hi, welcome to all of you. In this video, I am going to explain the basic concept related to matrix, and this is also a prerequisite to understand lots of concepts. So, matrix and vectors are most important topics, and the basic everybody should know before going to the machine learning algorithm. So, in this video, I will be explaining what is matrix, what is identity matrix, what is inverse of matrix, then matrix multiplication, some operational matrix, then matrix addition, matrix subtraction, determinant of a matrix, and we will also see for a given matrix when it will have inverse and when it will not have a inverse. So if some matrix is given and we have to identify whether this particular matrix having an inverse or not. So I will explain what is inverse. So let's go to the concept related to this. So first of all, let me explain you what is the number system. When we say real number, what is the meaning of this? So the real number can be natural number, whole number, integer, rational number, irrational number. So these are comes under the real number. So what is rational number first? Any number in the form of p by q where q not equal to 0, like 5 by 4, 3 by 2, anything in the form of p. This is p, this is q, and this q should not be 0, otherwise it will not be defined. Anything should not be 0 as q. What is irrational number? Irrational number, any number in the form of this, let's suppose root 2, root 3, root 5, this is the irrational number. Integer, any number from minus infinity to plus infinity, all positive number, all negative number. So let's go and see what is multiplicative identity for set of real numbers. So what is multiplicative identity for set of real numbers? You take any real number x, just take any real number x and multiply with 1, then you get the same number x. So this is called multiplicative 1 identity. So what is the multiplicative identity for any real number? 1 is the multiplicative identity. When you multiply with any real number, the same real number will come as a result. So there is no change on their identity. That's why we say 1 as multiplicative identity. So now let's see what is multiplicative inverse. So if you take any real number a and if you multiply a with x, so if you take any real number a and multiply with x, and if it is giving 1, then we can say a is the multiplicative inverse of x. So let's take some example of this. So take one real number 3, and what would be the multiplicative inverse for this 3 so that I will get result as 1. So obviously that will be 1 by 3. This is also a real number in the form of p and q, where q not equal to 0. So this one would be cancelled and it will give you 1. So we can say that 1 by 3 is the multiplicative inverse for 3. Let's take one rational number in the form of p by q, 6 by 5. Do we have any number, any real number which give result 1 when we multiply 6 by 5 with this number? Yes, we have that number. If you multiply with 6 by 5, you will get 1. So that number is nothing but just this one, 5 by 6. So when you multiply this and this would be cancelled, this and this would be cancelled, and it will give you 1. So 5 by 6 is the multiplicative inverse for 6 by 5. Do we have any real number which does not have multiplicative inverse? Yes. For that also, we have one near real number that does not have multiplicative inverse. Let's take this example, 0. Do you have any number here which give 1? Obviously no. If you multiply anything with 0, any real number you take, whether it is an integer, natural number, whole number, rational, irrational, that will come 0, not 1. So 0 does not have a multiplicative inverse. So I think you would have understood what is this multiplicative inverse and multiplicative identity. Let's go to some basic concept of vector. So what is vector? So take one example. This is vector, and this is v1, v2, v3, and v5. So this particular vector v is a vector of 5 dimension, because we have a 5 element here. And what is vector? Vector is having direction and magnitude, but a scalar will have only magnitude, no direction. So this particular vector is a 5 dimension where we have a 5 elements here, v1, v2, v3, v5. Let's take one vector u, same dimension, u1, u2, u3, u4, and u5. Similarly here this is a 5 dimension and this will have a direction, because since it is a vector, and same magnitude. Now let's do the dot product of this v dot u. So what is the dot product of this one? So let's calculate this one. So the dot product of this is v1 dot u1 plus v2 dot u2 plus v3 dot u3 plus v4 dot u4 plus v5 dot u5. So this is the dot product of two vector. Let's take one example for this dot product of two vectors. So we have a vector v, the element here is 1, 2, 3, and then we have another vector u, the element here is 2, 1, 0. So when you calculate u dot v, dot product of u and v, so it is nothing but 1 multiplied by 2 plus 2 multiplied by 1 plus 3 multiplied by 0, and then you calculate, this will come 2, this is also 2, and this is 0. So the dot product of this is 4, and it is. Now let's come to the matrix. What is matrix? So matrix is defined a rectangle array of numbers. So matrix is nothing but it is a rectangular array of matrix. So and which is arranged in row and column manner. So let's take one matrix A and we have a content like let's suppose 2 1 4 1 3 2 0 1 2. So here this is the column and this is row, and the size of matrix is 3 by 3 because we have a 3 row, 1 row, second row, third row. Similarly, one column, second column, third column. So that's why we are saying 3 by 3 size of matrix. If number of rows and column are same, then we say that matrix is a square matrix. So if the number of column, row and column both are same, so if you see here, the row is also 3 and column is also 3. So we can say that this A is a square matrix. Can we say this matrix as a square matrix? This is 2 cross 3. No, we cannot say this is a square matrix because here the number of rows and column is not same. Here row is 2 and column is 3. So this is not a square matrix. So if you want to access any element on this matrix, then how do you access that? Let's suppose if I want to access A 3 2, matrix A, row number 3, column number 2. What is the value of that? So let's go to the row number 3, this one, column number 2 is this. So this is the value 1. Row number 3, column number 2, this is the one. If someone say A, row number 1, column number 2. So what is the value? Row number 1, column number 2. Then again it is 1 because it is 1 here. If someone say access the value 2 2, then go to the row number 2 and column number 2, that is nothing but 3. So this is how we access the matrix. Let's go to the product of matrix. Product of matrix. So when we have a two matrices, so we can perform matrix multiplication or we can say product of a matrices. So we have a condition whether we can uh, perform product of two matrices or not. So let's see what to check before doing that operation. So if we have a matrix A which is 2 3 1 1 3 4 2 3 2 and another matrix B here 0 1 2 4 5 1 6 2 1. So what is the size of this matrix A? This is 3 cross 3. And what is the size of matrix B? This is also 3 cross 3. So when we have these, the column of the first matrix and row of the second matrix, if these two value are same, then only we can do the product of a matrix, otherwise we cannot do that. And the resulting matrix would be 3 cross 3, this one, the first matrix row and second matrix column. But the first matrix column and second matrix row should be same to perform the product. So let's see this example. So now tell me, can we perform product of A1 and B1? No, because if you see here, the first matrix A1 column size is 2 and the second matrix row size is 3. So the condition is that the first matrix column size and the second matrix row size should be same, then only we can perform the product of a matrices. So here we cannot perform because this and this not same. So I think you would have understood what is the product of a matrix, and let's see how to perform the product of matrix now. So take this one example: 2 1 2 0 1 2 1 0 1, and B is 2 4 1 1 2 0 1 0 1. Size of matrices 3 cross 3, here also 3 cross 3. So these two are same, so we can perform matrix here. Then what is A cross B, and the resulting uh, product matrix would be 3 cross 3. So this one. So if I want to find out the value of this first row first column, then how to find out that? So you have to take this first row from the first matrix, which is nothing but 2 1 2. This is one vector, and then take this one first column, first row second matrix first column, so that is nothing but 2 1 1, and then perform the product of these two. So this is nothing but 2 cross 2 plus 1 cross 1 plus 2 cross 1, which is nothing but 4 plus 1 plus 2, which is nothing but 7. So here it will be 7. Similarly, if you want to find out what is the value for this, you just take this one. So this is first row second column. So take the first row here, 2 1 2, and then here second column, which is nothing but 4 2 0, and then do the dot product for these two vector. So what is that? 4 cross 2 plus 2 cross 1 plus 2 cross 0, which is nothing but 8 plus 2 plus 0, which is 10. So here it will be 10. Similarly, if you want to find out what is the value of this, then go to the first row and take the third column and find the dot product of that two vectors, this one and this one. Similarly, if you want to find out the value of this, this, then here, here, here. So you just go for this one, take this one, and then multiply with this for this location, then take this one, find the dot product of this vector and this vector for this particular value, and then for this particular row and this column, find the dot product of that and then this value. Similarly, you go for here and find the dot product of this row, this column, this column, this column for this, so you can perform this one. So the identity matrix is nothing but if you multiply any matrix with this identity matrix, you will get the same matrix. You can perform that product of these two matrix and then you will get it. So this is the identity matrix where all the diagonal elements are 1 and then all other elements are sparse 0. So how to find out the determinant of matrix? So let's suppose we have a matrix A which is 2, 3, 5, 3, 4, -1, 5, 7, 2. So this is size of this matrix is 3 cross 3. So before that, let's see what is the determinant of matrix of size 2 by 2. So let's have this one 2, 1, 2, 3. So determinant of B is nothing but multiply this one and then this. So what is this? 2 cross 3 minus 2 cross 1, which is nothing but 6 minus 2, 4. So determine size of 2 by 2 when you multiply this diagonal 2 cross 3 and then minus it 2 cross 1, 2 cross 3, 6 minus 2, 4. Similarly, if you go for size of determinant 3 cross 3, we have a multiple 2 cross 2 two matrices inside this. So let's calculate the determinant of so determinant of A is nothing but if you take this 2, so remove this particular column and this particular row, so you will get this one. So take 2, then 4 minus 1, 7, 2, then minus you take this one now, so remove this and this, so you will get this 3, 5 and minus 1, 2. So take 3, then you will have 3 minus 1, 5, 2. So you see the sign here, it is plus, then minus, then plus, then take 5. So you apply the same rule, remove this column and this row, so you will get this part 3, 4, 5 and 7. Now you know how to calculate the determinant of 2 by 2 size, so all are 2 by 2. So 2, so here this is the determinant. So this is determinant of a matrix. So this is the determinant of a 3 by 3 size matrix. So now let's go and find out. We have seen we have a one real number. So do we have any real number exist which give result as 1? Yes, we have seen that we have a inverse of x, which is nothing but if you cancel it, it will give you 1. Except 0, 0 we do not have any inverse here which gives 1, because if you multiply any number with 0, that will give you 0. So 0 does not have any inverse. So similarly, for matrices, do we have a inverse for that particular matrix? So let's take one matrix here, 2, 3, 5, 1, 0, 1, 1, 2, 3. So this is the matrix. Do we have any matrix when we multiply with this particular matrix that gives a identity matrix? So we have seen what is identity matrix. Identity matrix is nothing but 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. So here we will get a identity matrix. So size of this matrix is 3 cross 3. Here also 3 cross 3. This is the identity matrix. So not all 3 cross 3 matrices will have an inverse. We need to understand the determinant of a matrix. So first of all, we have to check whether this particular matrix is having inverse or not. So for that we have to find out the determinant of a matrix, determinant of this particular matrix, and if this particular determinant of this particular matrix is not 0, then we can find the inverse of a matrix. If determinant, so condition is determinant of A, let's suppose this is A, if find the determinant of this matrix A, if it is not equal to 0, then we can say that matrix A will have inverse. If determinant of A equal to 0, then we will not have inverse of matrix. So this is the two condition we have to find out. So find out the determinant, which I have already explained the way how to find out the determinant, and then see whether the determinant value is coming not equal to 0. Then definitely we will have an inverse of one matrix here. When you multiply with A, it will give you identity matrix. If the determinant of comes 0, then we will not have an inverse of a matrix. Let's go to the addition of a matrix. So the property here is that, can we add any matrices? So there is a property. The property here is that addition will happen if both matrices is in a same order. So same order means, let's see, when we have 2, here 2 plus 4 minus 7. So order here is 1 cross 2, and here it is 2 cross 1. So can we add these two matrices? No, we cannot add these two matrices because the order is not same. Order is not same means here it is 1 cross 2, here it is 2 cross 1. So if you want to add this matrix with some other matrix, that matrix also should be in the form of 1 cross 2 only. So if you want to add two matrix, this 2 2, then here also we should have like that only. Two example here for addition. So take matrix A 1 4 2 3, and matrix B, which is nothing but 0 1 2 1. So order of matrix is nothing but here, this is 2 cross 2, this is also 2 cross 2, both are same, then we can add it. So add the corresponding elements. So add this to this, then this to this one to this one, and this one to this one. So add the corresponding elements. So A resulting matrix would be 0 5 4 4. And if you want to subtract the matrix A minus B, do the same thing. uh, Subtract the corresponding matrix. So it is 1 minus 0, 4 minus 1, 2 minus 2, then 3 minus 1, which is nothing but 1 3 0 2. So this is the resulting matrix for subtraction, this is for addition. So I have explained what is additive inverse, what is multiplicative identity, what is how to calculate a determinant, how to calculate the matrix product, two vector product, addition and subtraction. So if you have any question, because why I am explaining this one, because this basic concept is required to understand the machine learning algorithm. So in upcoming video all this concept will be applied over there, and then you have to understand. So if anybody are familiar with this particular concept, no need to go through this video, they can watch that video directly, the upcoming videos. So if you have any question, please put on comment box. I will try to answer as much as possible. Thank you for now.